Greetings, fellow Earth Mage builders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mind Over Magic Jade Dragon, episode 26, Smashing So Many Walls. So as you can see on the top left there, and I'm sure my polling is in the wrong spot, but we are going to be continuing the renovations. So that's where I'm going to be picking up. And I'm going to be gutting a considerable amount of this current layout, which is just needing to be done. I came up with like a plan, so I'm executing said plan, in other words. So you guys ready for that? I am going to temporarily shrink my ritual sigil. And I also wanted to change the way this is laid out entirely. So this is going to look a little wild, but here we go. I like wild, you know? I like crazy builds. So we're going to go for crazy builds. So the plan here, and I'll explain why I'm doing this. If you go into the rooms, book of rooms, and all the way to the right, you got this mage score thing. This mage score is essentially the difficulty ramp in the game. And in order to prepare for the Jade Dragon, we're going to need to do a lot of research and a lot of construction. And the result of that research and construction is going to be the mage score going up. So what ends up happening when your mage score goes up is we can just pick any one individual here and check their conviction. The higher the mage score, the higher their doubts are, meaning that they take conviction hits. So what we're going to need to do is to prepare for said loss of conviction by getting ahead of the conviction loss, by offering better dining, better kitchens, better everything. Essentially just better facilities for everybody. Because without that, there's going to be a big old problem, in other words. So I'm trying to avoid said big old problem by getting ahead of it. And that's exactly what I am doing now. So I'm redesigning it so that we have a fine kitchen and a fine dining room. But that is going to require like a lot more revamping than I had even initially realized myself. So this is like a pretty considerably large redesign project that we are now undertaking. And you'll see it progress slowly but surely as we really get into the build. But it's, I assure you, going to be one wild-looking build. Because this is the Citadel of Chaos. And it's literally in the namesake of this series that we design crazy stuff. So the first thing I'm doing here is isolating the ground floor from the floor above it so that the floor above it is elevated, because elevated is a very frequent modifier that is required, and these changes will allow for the floor above to be elevated. Let's go into priorities. Matic. Matic, yeah, okay, you're not teaching? Cool. I didn't want Matic teaching. I wanted him mostly just constructing, because he's our best constructor. The other thing I would like to do, if possible, is once Guitar Lilin levels up a little bit more in her lightning skill, for her to work towards tier 3 wands for our apprentices. That would be great. It's a bit of a stretch, but like that's what I would like, if possible. So everything that we have here is going to look like wildly weird for a bit as we do the redesign. That's just nature of the beast. All right. So there is no current access to, the hospital while we redesign it. Or the infirmary, whatever it is now. It's changing qualities. And that's going to be changed pretty significantly. Yeah, looks pretty weird, doesn't it? I told you it would. That was a promise. But I am channeling my inner chaos as well as I am able, so that it looks ridiculous. I am going for ridiculous. Alright, so Medic, what are you building? Yeah, you are building. Good. Alright, so the conservatory is still a conservatory. Where'd he go? He's grabbing materials. This dining room is eventually going to be the salle à manger, or whatever. I don't know. I don't speak French. I don't really care. But it needs to be elevated in order for it to count as a dining room. So I'm going to have Matic focus on that change now. And now that classes are over, Moxie can help out with that as well. Alright, some ritual objects in the hospital. That will be fixed. That will be changed. With a stairwell. I know, pretty wild. Actually, I don't even want the stairwell there. I'm going to change where the stairwell is entirely. So until we have the medical ward up and running, I'm trying to avoid combat because I don't really want to get murdered and have people sad about the injuries that they sustained. Alright, come on, Medic. Just this wall right here. Should there be a mana crystal in the advanced classroom? Probably. Also, I don't need this learning stone, so I'm going to disintegrate it. Alright, we could put a mana lantern. Actually, we could just put 2. There. 2 mana lanterns in the classrooms. We got a high stink, so lightning is waned. Air is waxed. And there is a lot of construction in progress. Things look wild. I'm not even really going to fully try to explain what I'm doing. Because it won't make sense until I'm done. If that's fair. It's gonna look a whole bunch of nonsense until the build is complete. That's how you know it's a good chaos build. Alright, so the dining room's now a dining room because this is a gap space, a void space. And I'm going to move the broom. This should have broom orders. Do until you have 20. I'm going to move the broom rack there for now. Whether it stays there, I am not certain. But it's there for now. Okay. Fog! Double fog. So, we've got a bunch of hunting to do. Let's, priority. Hunt. Guess the renovations are gonna have to wait a minute. And I'm not gonna prioritize one incarnation over the other. It's just whatever gets killed. I'm sure we're not actually gonna kill them. They're gonna come all the way here because we haven't pushed back the fog in a while. So I probably need to do repel fog because the further the fog is back, the more time you have to kill these things. So one's taken over the house commons, 62% damaged, and the other is taken over the advanced classroom. Wow, these fog monsters hate students. Okay. So this fog monster. Let's move people around. Darzan, JD, Red Moon, and Hellion. Got it. And begin. And these fights should be a little bit easier because the enemies are already wounded. So they're not going to put up as much of a fight as one would expect. Salamangé? Is that it? That's how to say it? Oh, that Belcher has 9 HP? That just hurts my feelings. Alright, let's do a Swirling Vines. You know what? I'll just burn through my mana. I don't care. Alright, Darzan's getting the snot kicked out of him because these scythes hurt so much. They are freakishly strong. I don't want to use the greater rejuve potion though. Because in all likelihood, half damage. In all likelihood, they're gonna be dead. I'll tentacle sweep this one. And then 5 HP. Alright, cutting a little close. Like you do. Alright. Could have done better, given Darzan's current state of health. So Darzan, let's go drink some rejuve potions so that we can clear out the next room quick. Another thing I've been meaning to do is, oh, yeah, hold on. There's no longer hunt things. Is to reassess the relics to make sure that everybody has the relics they should have. Trying to, like, min-max relics. Alright, so let's go equip the rejuvenation potion. Darzan didn't actually drink this. I, like, interrupted him. Should probably redo the potions too, yeah. Recharging, rejuve, just a bunch of rejuvenation potions is probably fine. Alright, let's do this other fight. And these two are protected from AoEs. Red Moon should be over here then. And Darzan over here. And they're 36% damage, so I'm gonna have to do a better job fighting than before. Because I cut it a bit too close. All right. Worth killing a scythe early on. Ooh, both of them. They're the main damage dealers. The other enemies, not so much. Alright, I think if I quake it, I break the cover. Earth attacks do twice as much earth damage and breaks cover. False. Oh, it had to not be an AoE. Oh well, my bad. Alright, they're dead. Jade got a little hurt. But our hospital is going to accommodate people now. So let's get a roof over that hospital so that the patients can recover. Blocked by tincture shelf. Oh yeah. There we go. You know, I increase the priority of those roof, and I think this will be a proper top-tier medical facility once it's done. I believe it meets all of the requirements. I think. I hope. Except for Matic decided to... Oh, he's working on it still. No! He's out of mana! At least I have the mana lanterns close by. Could be worse. Alright, JD, what's wrong with you? Slept outside? That seems like you easily could have avoided that. I mean, you've got a bed right here. So I'm not really sure why you slept outside. So hospital ward. So room goal, we wanted this to be a hospital ward. It is private, it is skewed. So it is fulfilling all the requirements necessary, and we're good. We're good on that front. Fantabulous. Alright. It's a little bit more redesign. Unreachable. How is this unreachable? Oh, because this is a wall in progress. Yeah. I did that. Alright. Floor. Moxie, build this floor. Alright. In the process of researching, Guitar Lilin did indeed hit Lightning 4, which is exactly what we wanted her to do. Perfect. So next up, she's going to start researching probably Earth Tier 3 wands. So that Darzan can be even stronger. So there's a lot of research to be done before we get there, but that's the goal. Alright, I know this looks really weird. It's eventually going to become a door. I just hadn't put it in yet. There we go. Raven cultists. Well, I don't have any Raven cultists, so that's fine. Alright, let's put a support column in right here to hold up that hospital roof. Looking good, looking good. It's coming together. As wildly crazy as it seems. You'll just have to believe me. The other thing is, now that nobody's in the hospital, I want to redesign this roof a little bit. Once the support columns are up. Not supported is fine. It will be supported. Okay. So here's the scullery. You can see it starting to take form. And then in order to become fine dining, it needs a whole bunch of like things on the wall, for lack of a better term. So, room goal. This is going to be a fine kitchen. And it needs 2 spice racks, 2 large spice racks. So let's start with those. We've got the large spice racks. 1, 2. And then the normal spice racks. 1, 2. What else does it need? It needs 2 or more pantries, 2 or more chimneys. So pantries would be storage. Actually, don't move this forward. One pantry, 2 pantries. Now that does introduce like a non-passable spot in the middle. Maybe I can move these spice racks. Luxury. Yeah, I could put these up here. Like I said, it was going to be crazy. It was destined to be crazy. Okay. And then that's walkable. And then the last thing it needs is the chimneys and then like just general luxury. General luxury I can worry about last. So, exterior side chimneys. And we'll put chimneys 1 here and 1 here. Here we go. So once all that's built, it will be a fine kitchen. Believe it or not. Alright, dorm became a dorm because it is... why? Not towered. Yes. That's easy to fix. We just need to break this wall. There. Now it's towered. Alright, come on, medic. Finish this section. A single spectral rift, not a multiple. What's the enemy look like? Messy meddlers, torch snuffer. Alright, so Red Moon should be over here. Darzan there. But apart from that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. All right, so the cubby hole here is so that we can what did I do? So that we can space the beds out. Plus, it's like maximum wonky this way, which is exactly what we wanted. Messy Meddler, Earth Armor. Vengeance. Let him get some revenge. Alright, let's move and float. And because he had a chain attack, we got revenge a lot. A lot of revenge. An excessive amount of revenge. I love it. All right, looking good. Now the fine kitchen really is going to need a fire-based instructor, teacher, to take full advantage of it. Because fire is the cooking magic, and JD isn't like a great fire mage. He's doing his best, but that's not what he's good at. So, Kellyan will be graduating to become that position eventually. All right, Matic. I don't want you assembling. I want you constructing. There we go. It's taken form, I think. All right, let's shrink these windows. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's now a kitchen. It's getting there. So these pantries, for now, I'm going to clear and not do anything with them. We're not even eating anything out of the walk. So, and also, Qatar Lilin, go back on research. Because we have a lot of research to get through. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need for the Solomon J is the large windows. I'm going to move the dining room table here. But in just like a few short days, we have a pretty significant change to the ultimate layout of this this school here. Making big changes. I like it. So the nicest staff dining room, if we take a look at the dining rooms, requires 3 windows and 3 small roof decorations. So, exterior roof decorations. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's take a look at support. So we have a lot of the school that is currently unsupported. But that will change with just a few support columns. I'm really glad that things don't collapse when it's unsupported, because that would be hilarious, but like also, holy moly, it would be bad. We have the spice rack. Oh! No, it's not quite fine kitchen yet. Wait, why not? It should be. Luxury. Okay. Do we have any shrunk rugs? No. Then let's make our own. Trying to think. I think what would be good is the regular ornate rugs, not the huge ones. That would go right in there. So we might want to get that researched. Also, I had mentioned pushing back the fog, and it's possible that upon pushing back this fog, we get some crystals. I don't know why I did it in the middle of the night, but we get some crystals that'll that has carpets for us or something like it. Is that it? How do you feel about the redesign so far? As wild as it looks. So we have a battle that has... It's only a level 10 battle. Tooth size and a belcher. That's nasty for a level 10. But it's only a level 10 battle, and it does have relics and Gnosis shards. And ash parchment. I'm sort of inclined to clear that. We got Misty, Murkies, Dismals, and Bleaks. So yeah, nothing out. No loot aside from that battle. So I think what I'm going to do at this point is detune Maddox relics, because we're really not using them in combat anymore. And the same is true with Guitar Lilin. And then start hooking Darzan up with the relics. So I'm going to detune the Stony Notebook and attach the Stony Trophy, which is even better. Get rid of the Coma Serenity, which is like Mage's Conviction for HP and power. So there's a lot of relics swapping that needs to do, and mana and power. So he has 3 relics to swap to. I'm not going to bother with the Fig's Pocket Watch. And Kellyan, let's have you attune to the stronger relic. I've been meaning to do this. JD, you can take, this is the other trophy. That's fine. I'm gonna, so once JD maxes out the Dice of the Merrymaker, I'm gonna smash it. And then have him attuned to something else. Okay. So we have a lot of attuning needing to do. So maybe I won't go do that fight right now, because we have a bunch of relics that are being reassigned. And it would be best if the relics were attached first. A lot of attunement bench stuff. Alright, the previous shrink of the sigil, I'm going to stick right there. So we can have graduations. Also, that's a terrible place for the comb and the book. What the hell? Imagine dropping it there and going, oh yeah, this seems like a totally legit place to drop these precious items. Let me just put this, you know, outside in the roof. Cool. Very cool. And this section now can fit a lot more beds. So that if in the case that we want more students, we can indeed accommodate some additional students. So this accommodates up to 7, but obviously it could fit more if I wanted to fit more. I don't think it's necessary to do that right now. Pretty good. All right, the rooftop decorations are getting made. Sweet. How is the attunements going? Basically, I want them to attune, but I don't want them to go crazy. So I'm having them attune until their conviction drops, and then pull them off of it. Because there's no need for like a mental health crisis. So the ones that need reattuning is JD. He's almost done. Darzan has 3, and Kellyan has... No, Kellyan's finished. Okay, so Darzan and JD. Got it. There goes that battle. Would have been nice to do, but I don't think it would be all that realistic. And then Darzan's fully trained right now, but once he attunes that one of those relics increases his earth skill by 2. Meaning he will then require additional training. So he's fully trained for now, but that will certainly change soon. The house commons upstairs is dark without windows. So it's one room. It's a singular room. So because the bottom is illuminated, it counts as an illuminated room. As you can see, it's 80% lit. So it's not going to spawn void up there as a result. But that's where they sleep, so I figured keep it dark. I mean, I could illuminate it. I just chose not to. How is the support columns? So this support column has yet to be built. And only Moxie can build that, because it's not reachable for Matic. Yeah, it looks cozy up there. I'd sleep there. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, now with that extra support column, how are we looking? So there's a little bit of lack of support here, which is easy to fix. Stick a support column in, and I think we're done. And then this became our, who's famished? Darzan? Oh, it's because he's tuning relics. This became our intermediate classroom. So our initiates are taught here, and then our apprentices are taught up there. So it's now like one big classroom complex. Max, thank you for the resub. And Sandra, too. Like 40 minutes ago. Somehow I missed it. Because I'm blind or deaf or both. Okay, so this room, what is it missing? This room's goal is the salle à manger, and it needs to be private, so that's very easy to accomplish. Literally just break that door. And then it needs a little bit more luxury, which, given the size of the room, that's going to be really easy as well. So, then it really comes down to how do we want to make it luxurious? And I'm going to put in some rugs, I guess. Big open room with nothing going on. So it's already a private dining room, given that it just became private. And as I add more carpets in, it's going to go up in quality. And the real design here was to have a kitchen between both dining rooms. So this table and that table, where the staff and the students eat, are very, very close to where the food's going to be stored to make mealtime easy. Very, very easy. So Darzan is attuned to Red Moon Feather's staunch trimmings. JD, did you finish? JD finished, so Darzan's the only one that needs attunement. Got it. But he'll be a lot stronger once he's done. And given that he's our tank, that's a very good thing. So this needs 14 more luxury or something like that. So let's put in some, like, I'm going to space the windows out and put some grand banners in. Thank you for tuning in to Mind Over Magic Jade Dragon, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord to take part in the community events, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow mages.